I'm here in Nazareth. The city of Nazareth has a combination of modern buildings and historic architecture. You'll find modern streets, shops, and residential areas alongside older buildings, some of which date back centuries. One of the most prominent landmarks in Nazareth is the Basilica of the Annunciation. This large church is built on the site traditionally believed to be the childhood home of Mary, and it's a significant religious site for Christians. Nazareth has bustling markets and bazaars where locals and tourists alike can shop for a variety of goods, including spices, textiles, souvenirs, and traditional Middle Eastern foods. The Nazareth of today is very different from what we know from biblical accounts. Nazareth was predominantly a Jewish village during Jesus' earthly ministry, whereas today the residents are primarily Arabs, both Muslims and Christians. This has helped shape the current culture of this town. Because of the Christian influence, you'll find many churches within the city limits, and during Christmas, you'll hear the prayers of those inside. You'll also see the town decorated with lights and colors to celebrate the birth of our Messiah, Jesus. Nazareth was a small village during the Second Temple period, and unlike Jerusalem or Bethlehem, it does not appear in the Hebrew scriptures or the records of ancient Jewish historians like Josephus. Yet this quiet and unassuming village, we uncover a spiritual message that transcends time. God often works through the ordinary and overlooked. When Philip announced to Nathanael, "We have found the one Moses wrote about, Jesus of Nazareth," John 1:45. Nathanael famously retorted, "Can anything good come out of Nazareth?" John 1:46. Nathanael's question reflects our tendency to equate obscurity with insignificance. Yet God's choice of Nazareth as a humble, ordinary town for Jesus' upbringing dismisses such a mindset. It reminds us that God's plans often diverge from worldly expectations. While we don't read much about Jesus' time in Nazareth during his formative years, we do see the significance of Nazareth woven throughout his life. This is where his parents lived before he was born, where he grew up as a little boy and a young man, and in time, where he would announce his Messianic mission at the local synagogue. Reading from the scroll of Isaiah, Jesus declared, Luke 4:18, "The Spirit of the Lord is on me, because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and recovery of sight for the blind, to set the oppressed free and to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor." This public proclamation in Nazareth, confirming his divine calling, led to the rejection and disbelief of those in his hometown. He was one of them, a son of a carpenter from a local family. How could an ordinary person from an overlooked place claim that he would fulfill this prophecy? How could he claim to be the Messiah? As I stand here today in the land of Israel, most of the Jewish people are still spiritual prisoners, still waiting for that year of the Lord's favor that Jesus has already proclaimed. They have yet to experience the true freedom that comes from knowing the Messiah. They are surrounded by the places of Jesus' earthly ministry, but don't yet know him and the love he has for them. Maybe you've never thought about how God could be calling you to reach the people of Israel with his love. Remember, he works through ordinary, everyday people, just like you and me, to bring his love to the world. Please commit to praying for my Jewish people, that their eyes would be opened to see Jesus, their Messiah, who came from this ordinary town to bring them the greatest gift, freedom through salvation.